What the heck? I was waiting on... You guys were supposed to tell me I was frozen or the stream was jacked up or something. What take you so long? Oh, my word. I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. No, the video's not frozen. Thank you, Ryan O. I was trying to trick you guys. Some of you guys who were in here last week, you know I had a hard time with... Yeah, I can't wait. By the way, usually it's 9 o'clock. I'm going early. I'm here. Bobby's on his way. Whatever. I had an extremely late night last night, and I am whipped. But I'm here, and we've got a lot to talk about. And, you know, I named this show Something for Everyone. I think the start of 2020, to me, as a guy who makes content for, I feel like, a wide array of aviation hobbyists. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. There's something for everybody. Jets, 4S, 6S, civilian, warbird. There's stuff for folks that I don't have anything to do with normally. Micros and FPV. It's just a great time to be in the hobby. I urge you guys to do all you need to do. Get your letters written. I need to do it too. Follow the protocol put out by your favorite. There's a lot of companies who are doing a great job of taking the lead on kind of helping us develop a template, so to say, for drafting our response and really trying to inform and educate these folks on what's up with the hobby, what it means to us, and what we see the detriment is if it suffers. So, you know, the sky's not falling, but I think we all do need to do our part. I know y'all are laughing right now, hardcore. So that's all about regs, where we don't need them. Yeah, the pits, we'll talk about the pits later. It's not even available on the FMS website. I'm really glad to have it. Bobby and I filmed 4 videos the other night. A couple of unboxings. The pits was one of them. The 70mm version 3 Avanti is another. But I got the Husky up here. And that's really... Air Marshal. So that's really kind of... I feel like the way I want to start the show is kind of talking about the Husky. Taking questions on it. So you guys saw my... I'm sorry, guys. It's been a really rough day. Long one. What's up, Reckham Roy's? Let's do some shout-outs. Mr. T, 1035, Wayne Adams, Edward and Gloria, Dennis Farley, Shadow Ops, Grossman, what's going on? Craig Beaven, Reckham Roy, Michael Honeychuck, EQRC, Shadow Ops, Grossman. It's the same one, but it's version 2, man. Some things have changed on it, Grossman, for the better. I built the first one and made it for a guy years ago, and I was completely blown away at how gentle this thing is. I didn't want to talk about the pitch yet, but I will say this. We'll get back into it. The guys who long and pine for and miss and reminisce about the P2 Prometheus, here you go. 55-inch FMS pits, runs on 6S, 460 kV. It's going to be sweet. And there wasn't a stitch of glue to the assembly. It's all screws now. Dad, what's going on? Michael Rajka, Mood Dog 162010, Wayne Lee, Mikey likes it. What's going on? The Husky is sweet. I hope you saw my little... First of all, I did a teaser video, guys, that I put out earlier in the week. Now, some of you know who are little Colin, what's going on? Wayne Lee, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Raymond Molina, awesome sauce. Bledsoe, what's up? Irma Gerd, Bledsoe, Pterodactyl, Jeff West, John Newts. Feeling all right, making good grades. The future so bright. Absolutely. Gotta wear shades. This really helps my eyes, honestly. They're really burning up all day. The kids are kind of sick. Their eyes are a mess. I think I probably have it too. Anyway, we'll come and go with these. But the Husky, this is version 2.0, meaning I had 2 of them. So the teaser video that you guys saw this week is a teaser video because I didn't end up with a landing that day. And I think I touched on it briefly today. So today, long story short, Hobby Zone's great. They got me another one out really, really quick. And, I mean, I pay in blood, sweat, and tears, but we flew the flight review of it today. It was nasty. It was cold, but we did have some sun for a minute. We actually knocked out another one of our Skunk Works projects. So, you know, we knocked a couple off our list today. Wanted to go, and that was at a different location. And then wanted to go to our flying field today. That was the plan. We were going to go do Project X and then the Husky because I never really got it done. And then regroup, you know, empty the car and go back out and fly like whatever else we could. I've been dying to fly this Gloster Meteor. Now I've got the pits. I got the Beaver back here, started to put the floats on. I took the water rudder off. I'm like, we're ready to go. And part of the, I mean, I'm revisiting the Beaver. I know we got floats. We should fly it on water, but it's like we got snow, and it's taking up so much space. Like, Bobby, you got to take us with you. So the Husky was awesome. Be staying tuned for that. The video was great. I'm going to see if I can't work in the, you guys want to hear about the crash, like what happened? I'm not sure if I'm going to show it. Not because I'm embarrassed, but because it's, I think I need to save it for like the exclusive. So guys on Patreon have a leg up. I mean, you get it, right? But I think I might, I don't know. I can't decide. If it makes sense that I work it into the full flight review, I will definitely work it in. Otherwise, I'm just going to speak to it. But I'll tell you guys right here in the room, my 82 homies, thumbs it up and stuff, guys. If you're cool. If you're not cool, don't thumbs it up. Dennis says tell it. Okay, I felt really good on the maiden flight. This is the other day, and I felt really good on it today, too. I felt really good on the maiden flight. So good, in fact, that right where that teaser video ended, I had begun a knife edge pass. I had actually, I think it was not immediately, but I set up for a knife edge, and it was the maiden, so I mean I didn't get into it on the base leg or nothing. So I got set back up, nose into the wind, knife edge. It's feeling pretty good. It is windy that day though. You guys remember it was blowing backwards. Nice big plane. Windy, and so instead of just setting up and making a knife edge pass, this is the maiden, by the way. Instead of setting up and making a knife edge pass, I was in the knife edge, and then I was like, well, I'm just going to do a full circuit like this. Well, in the base leg, I'm still in the knife edge, and you're pushing through or pulling through with elevator to affect your, what now is yaw, because you're in knife edge. Base leg, wind blowing on me this way. I'm like, wow, this is spooky. I'm losing a lot of energy. I'm just going to try to recover. And I kind of saw it coming before it got there, and I really knew I was going to crash it, actually. And I totally put it in. So I didn't put it in knife edge. I put it in trying to recover, which means I was at that point full speed, trying to pull up. Terra Firma in my face piece, and I'll just say this. Here's the bent screw for the spinner of numero uno. Yeah, it's ripped up. So built this baby late last night and got it. Hamburglar hat. Come on, Weaver. El Camino. Yeah, we got some swag the other day, which was cool. You guys saw, everybody, I tell you, it was super fun on Facebook guessing what the publicity order was. The only thing I don't like about this hat is it doesn't do the sideways like my other one, my trucker hat. It doesn't do it as good. But they're solid hats, guys. By the way, go to pilotryanmedia.com, click Horizon Hobby. They got some apparel if you're into it. So yeah, do you need any differential or rudder mixing in the Husky? You know what? Honestly, probably yeah. A lot of times you're going to have a mechanical advantage on one side or the other. I wouldn't say mixing necessarily, but just differential. I don't do it on ailerons. I've not seen a book ever call for it. I understand the whole premise, but I've just not needed it. And but on rudder, if you want equal throw left and right, a lot of times you do need to increase or decrease one, because one side has a mechanical advantage where the other side has a disadvantage, obviously. Yeah, stuff happens, man. And then today, we got our work done on the Husky. We're at a different location, which is a little wild. I think the Havoc tree was there. But, man, I took it off and landed it up a hill a couple times, which was just, like, so fun, I thought. So, yeah, guys, we had a great time today. Bobby K got his hands on the sticks. I got to fly it. So be looking out for that. There's a lot actually should be coming out over the next few weeks from Pilot Ryan Camp over here. So, really, if you're a subscriber and you haven't turned on notifications, come on. What are you waiting for? Also, do me a favor. Those couple extra clicks to go through Pilot Ryan Media first to click your favorite brands mean the world to me in the way of trackable data and metrics for the companies I work with to show the power of the Pilot's Lounge Hour and the community. Also, affiliate relationships earn small commissions, so that's cool, right? So yeah, guys, Deuces Wild, Fireman. Shout out to Eric Quinn. Did an unboxing, it looks like, on the EC 1500. I saw someone earlier talking about they had the best crash ever. I beg to differ on that a little bit. I've had some pretty gnarly ones, and they're always captured fairly well. Good to have you guys. Whoa, 104. That's awesome sauce. You guys are the best. Look forward to it. You know, we really mean it all day. And Bobby will be here later, guys, by the way. Nothing to build tonight because, like I said, if you're late, we filmed, I think it was Thursday night, 4 videos in here. So be looking forward to, I'm going to get this Husky stuff out because flight videos are way easier to edit than other stuff. It's really just put them together, cut out the minutia. And that's cool. We got an unboxing and assembly on the Avanti version 3. Just the two of us having a great time. I know there's another one out there already. That's cool. Go watch it too. But me and Bobby having a great time putting it together. And that was just easy to just start rolling and get it done. So it's an unboxing, very low parts count. And then an assembly. That'll be coming. And then we did an unboxing and pinched it off, wrapped it on the pits, and then we, bam, did an assembly video as well. And then another video that you'll know about later on in the future. So, yeah, we've been working. Mary Boozer, what's going on? Ruling, Mike SSI, I love you for that, man. Rolling loops are the ticket, he says. I'm feeling really good right now. Looking good. I got a red set tonight, you know what I mean? There's the subscribe button up here. Pilot Ryan, actually I can fix that. Hold on, what's this? Click it, or I'm afraid to touch it. Oh, wrong one. This one. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys. And honestly, I realized what my mistake was last week when I had the trouble. And Boozers, thanks again for producing for me on the fly. RC Stinger, man, appreciate that. And you know, it's so funny. I got to say this. I mentioned it earlier. I can't give you a hint. I can't give you a hint. We'll see who shows up tonight and might give you one. Who knows? But I tell you what, I take my relationships very seriously and integrity as well. That's why you always get the best answer whether I make anything on it or not. So, I mean, y'all, I'm trying to, I would love to do this for full time. No hints until maybe Thursday. I'll give you a hint. Yeah, the Corsair crash was pretty good. Tonight we're just kind of hanging out. It is the Pilot's Lounge. We are, I feel like there's really something for everyone right now out there in the market, on the market. I'm getting to do products that appeal to all of my friends, my 4S friends, my 3 and 4S friends, my jet friends, my scale friends, my sport jet friends, and my techie friends. I mean, it's just starting off. This year is going to be baller. It's just going to be great. I'm super pumped about it. And I really do want you guys to stay tuned. And by the way, back to the Husky. Thanks for that. The build is very easy. Oh, we are so spoiled that I can't tell you how many comments I've gotten about the Husky not having easy wing connections. Jiminy. I mean, do I have to rip up more manuals? Huh? How soon we forget how good we have it. So yes, you do have to run some wires into the fuselage. It's a big 1800 millimeter 4S bird, you guys. It's with the coupon code, it's coming in at $239. Straight from the baller for sure, BitGo Bobby. Where you at, man? I hope you ain't texting and driving in the chat. BitGo Hobby Bobby. Baller. That's how he asks me if I want my usual. Yes, I want my usual. Nah, whatever. I don't care, man. I'm good. So I do want to read straight from the horse's mouth what's going on at Hobby Zone that we can expect over the week. By the way, some of you I know like to go to Hobby Zone for new releases and things like that, and he told me that some of the new planes are up. Warbirds are on a $40 off coupon for the anniversary of Arrows RC. We debuted that brand right here on this channel a year's worth of shows ago. Isn't that cool? And then they had me out in Minnesota one time doing a giveaway. Just the best time. $40 off coupon for the Warbirds at Arrows RC to celebrate the anniversary. The Husky intro coupon for $20 off is only good till Monday. I'm not sure you would know that unless you had subscribed to their newsletter. By the way, Pilot Ryan Media is in the real description of this video. Click on it. Click Hobby Zone, Horizon Hobby, whatever brands you want. I'm going to get HSD Jets up on there too. For now, you can get there, I think, through RC Jetworks. But so yeah, so Husky intro coupon $20 off, good till Monday. Skytrainer 1100 and Cub are going to be going on sale this week with 2 free batteries each. That's what's going on. And he's tickled guys with your response on the Husky. And that was just a teaser. So I think you guys who have got one in your hands already are having a good time with it too. I'll tell you this, Bobby and I both were flying at 100% throw, and it was just right. And it was windy, and we had the nose loaded up, and it still was hovering like a beast. I mean, it was cool. Yeah, Jeff West. Don't post any bad crash videos. Never a good idea. Don't post. Yeah, not into something in the way. I mean, I've posted some crashes, but not into like vehicles. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. Yeah, man. So where are we at? Wayne Adams, is that the E-Flite pits? No, it's not. This is the FMS 1400mm 6-cell power Big Mama Jamma, as it's known to be called. Yeah. 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 Got you a double shot. Sweet. Espresso. So they take it for espresso? Yeah, I guess so. I am only one and one is much too few. Sottocelle de Roma. Dean Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Havoc Crash was epic. Good till the 9th pilot Ryan that had set. What? I don't get that. I crashed a Tortuga the other week at 216 miles an hour. There was nothing left. The Avanti, you know what? Honestly, I never had experience with the version. This is the FMS Avanti Grossman. I never had any experience with the other prior 70mm FMS Avantis. So I can't really say, other than I do know they have trailing links now, rather than I think they were straight up and down on the early incarnations. RC Informer does a video where I think he speaks probably pretty well to the differences between 1, 2, and 3 or whatnot, so you can check that out if you'd like. Otherwise, wait and watch Bobby and I have a great time with it and show you what it's got. I got one over here in the wings sitting here. Guys, I'm so... the minute one person says something about being tired, the glasses are coming back on, by the way. Let's see. One FMS Me 262 jet. I don't understand that, but thanks for coming. Oh, the 9th, not the 10th. Yeah, whatever it says is what it is. It was a text from the owner that I was reading. I'm certain he could have made an error, but be watching, you know, be watching. Got you, got you. 109, guys. What are we gonna do tonight? I have not had anything to do with the Aura 8. Kenton Schmidt, a lot of new folks in here tonight. Welcome. Looking for some RC fly-ins in Northeast Louisiana. Kenton Schmidt, somebody hook them up. And Eric Quinn, you feel free to drop a link to your video on the EC 1500. What's up, Eddie Krieger? Mike Keller. Ryan, what was your final word on brakes? Do you use them on mini planes? I do not use them on mini planes. However, in the future, I see that happening for me. The more and more time I spend with some of the big, awesome HSD stuff, those things, brakes are protocol with them. And the EDFs come with them too, as far as I can recall. So I've only flown brakes a couple times, and it was sadly from my field. And, you know, our field is kind of short, so I did not have a real good opportunity to use them. Bill Shepard, what is up? Yeah, you know, David, you're right. One of these days we'll do that. I'm having a show scheduled. It's already on the... You guys do not want to miss... where's the calendar? Let me see. February 29th, right here, is going to be a great, great show with some fantastic guests who have been really a treat to work with. And I'll tell you now, you know, Cody, Adair, and Jason Merkel from Horizon are going to be on the show with us talking about some things. You guys want to be here. And maybe we'll get into that a little bit. Who knows? We'll see where you guys lead us. You know, this is, I said it a long time ago, it really is y'all's show. We're just, you know, the managers, kind of, so to say. The 29th BitGo Hobby Bobby. Yes, sir. So that's going to be a great show, and maybe we'll get into that there too. I need to do some more research and things like that before I go just spouting off. Because if I just start talking about the FAA, it's just going to be one of these for me. So, so you know. A lot of tip stalls blamed on Spektrum. Yeah, I think, you know, if you watch the Havoc video, me, personally, myself, put that plane in. And I immediately turned around and joked the blame going to the electronics. And it was very funny, I think. Yeah, you know what? If it's obviously a mechanical failure, sure. If you don't know, man or ma'am up. You got to take the hit. You know, if you don't know, the thing is, I think the many of us have a lot of experience, so we kind of know. Early in your flying, you have a lot of mystery crashes. You may not know why you're having them, but after you spend some time in the hobby, it's like, yeah, that was totally me. And you're just kind of a punk if you always blame it on electronics. Sorry. Yes, Josh, it was. It's the gear's fault. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it is mechanical or electronic. But if you don't know what it is and you just default to blame somewhere else, well, I hope you don't do that with the rest of your life. Mikey likes it. He flies Spektrum on my Tyrannus. I about said Tyrannus. I mean, that would have been like something to see a doctor about, don't you think? No, I'm just teasing. Mikey, glad to have you here, my friend. They're usually your fault. Yeah. I mean, my fault, even. Other people's mystery crashes are my fault. Just, you know. Rhino says he's had many mechanical failures on planes he built, programmed, and trimmed. Bad servo. Mike Keller, manning up. Thank you, Manwich. Always pilot error for my crashes, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, me too, most of the time. It's judgment, a lot of judgment, a lot of excitement, a lot of rush in it. There's times where I do scratch my head and I wonder, but I'm going to take the blame. I'm just not going to speculate. I'll take the hit. It looks better on you to just be accountable, and so what? So what? Oh my gosh. So this week in social, anything stand out? Let's talk about, you guys want to talk about the air tractor a little bit? Reckham says he's never had a crash that was my fault. That's great. Hopefully I help save y'all from some. I know every now and most things are pretty good. But sometimes it's really helpful to get that guy's initial impressions because he can save you. Stephen Stowe, that is the FMS version 2 1400 millimeter pits, and we'll put it up on the table in a little while. If you want to see it up close, the build's coming out this week. I've already filmed it. Dave, man, thanks. Thank you, Dave. The pits is gorgeous. And we'll put it up on the table in a minute, but if you want to see it up close and personal, again, smash the bell, turn on notifications, the Pilot Ryan Media on YouTube, because we did an unboxing, Bobby and I, the other night. It's kind of like the live feel style, fun. It's so nice having somebody do this with that's into it just as much. And I will always, I think we all could say the same thing, man. We love Mike. We love Captain Mike. And if he wants to do this, he's always welcome back, is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? But anyway, having a great time with Bobby K. The dude's got the heart for it, and this has just been a blast hanging out and getting things done. So if you want to see that pits up close and personal, really, stay tuned right here to the channel. We'll get our content turned around. You can see our style of assembly and unboxing. We wanted to fly it today, but it just didn't work out. We had some other priority projects that we needed to get through. I can't wait for you guys to see them. But, so that's why we didn't get the pits out today. But soon. Soon. It's beautiful. There's nowhere to get it yet. Last I checked a day or two ago, it wasn't on the FMS model site yet. It's probably not at Horizon then either, or anywhere. Do me a favor, when you find out where it's at, let me know, and go through pilotryanmedia.com to get there. Please, that's so helpful. Let's talk about the air tractor. So the convey. Oh, wait a minute, Grossman, because you got experience on version 1. There are some cool improvements over version 1, because like I said, I built one for a guy and maidened it years ago, but it's been a while, so I forget. So I'm glad you're here, because Grossman has version 1 still. So the cabanes are all screwed in instead of glued. Does it break down for transport? The cabanes on this one, and you'll see it in my build, they slide in like Ordnance does. I call it like a cleat and groove. So just like Ordnance slides in on the bottom of wings for us, it's typical now. That's the way those cabanes go on. There is no glue to this assembly, Grossman. So everything is screwed into brass threaded inserts. It's fantastic. And then the top wing used to glue, believe it or not, it used to glue on top of those, I guess I want to call it the interplane struts. I'm not sure, right there on top of the fuse. I think, if I remember right, and I remember complaining about it back then, I was like, man, you're stuck with this like this. You had to glue that wing on, if I remember right. Well, now it's got screw downs on top of those struts right over the fuse, and the wing joiner plate that you screw it down. Machine screws, 2mm hex, what we've been seeing from everybody really lately. So, yeah. It's dynamite. It's been improved for sure. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it takes up a lot of space, which is why I didn't have it with me today. It will break down, but I don't want to. I just got it built. Yep, yours are glued together. So version 2, do you remember the KV on your motor? This one's 460. And by the way, you're going to laugh when I get to the punchline. There's no multi-port wiring harness on the pits. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because there's one aileron servo on each wing half on the bottom. That's it. One. It's a 4-channel bird. 4-channel bird, big mamma jamma, and you gotta. It's hot. It's summertime. You put a cold 2-liter in the fuselage. Take it to you got plenty of room. Take it to the field, and there you go. It'll stay cold. It'll be cold when you get it. Scotty Scott, FMS makes it. FMS makes it, and it's not available yet. You're seeing it here first, guys. I wish I'd flown it already. They're amazing. I got to tell you, Grossman, I don't know if you ever flew the Prometheus P2. I have. And it was cool. But and it's a 48-inch wingspan, takes the same 6-cell battery, basically. This is 55-inch wingspan, and there's 2 wings. The wing loading is tremendously more gentle from that difference to 48 to 55. And even hearing it now, 48 to 55, I mean, shoot. That's significant. You guys want it up on table? I'll put it on table for a minute. But it's not available. Get the Husky. Yeah, let's talk about the air tractor a little bit too. Yeah, Scotty Scott. Wait till they're available. Go through pilotryanmedia.com. Do me a favor. I can't tell you how many questions I answer, and then I know they go somewhere else. That's okay, but like, what the hell? What a beaut, you guys. It doesn't really do it justice sitting back here in the room, the pits, because it's massive. I mean, does it even fit in the shot? No, it doesn't. Look at this. This is a serious piece of kit, you guys. I mean, get out of town. Rivet detail, panel lines, the whole 9 yards, you guys. There's the wing plate. You know, the joiners I was talking about. You want to see it better, you got to watch my build. You got to watch me and Bobby's assembly. I got to make sure I'm not missing Bobby here showing up. At 5060, but what's the KV, Holmes? Grossman. What's the KV? 360. This is 460. Yeah, it's like a 15.9 or something crazy, the prop. Yeah, Brett, yeah, man, the Huskies, the $20 off coupon is going to end within the next few days. Brett Archibald, do you fly off grass? You can't go wrong with that 1800 millimeter Ranger or the Husky. The Ranger has the quick wing connect, and it's a trike that has the suspension nose strut. Dave's RC, I thanks again. You guys check out Dave's RC, man. We love him. The whole community loves him. Has a lot of fun watching him, giving him a hard time. He does a live stream on Friday nights, whenever hell he feels like it, but usually between 9 and 10. Are the wheel pants fiberglass? I'm sure they're plastic, Rhino. They're plastic, but it really does go together slick. It's all bolt and screw, and you gotta watch my assembly video for that. The Zoom Room, says Lee Davidson. Tim's flying his on a 17 by 12. Yeah, is that what it come with? Oh, no. I forget. I think. It might be covered up now. Yeah, it's in the spinner. I think it was something crazy. 15 by 9. You know, a lot of guys, I think, had trouble with the 38-inch pits that looks just like this. And small stuff is harder to get along with sometimes. I just don't like the Ranger's gear fairings. Okay. But where's Brett at? So does Brett... The Beaver model in the background, Brad, is the FMS Beaver, which is awesome. We did videos on it as well. You can get that at any of my favorite brands from Pilot Ryan. Media.com. You can get it at Horizon. You can get it at Hobby Zone. You can get it wherever. What? Fireman? Yeah, Boozer. Yeah, I don't even think it's on the FMS model website yet. So, this is what y'all get for coming over here, right? There are 2 screws on the firewall that hold it to the fuse. Mine backed off, and I mentioned these screws in the manual. Beware of those screws in the pits. Aces High, it is huge. Changed out to Azor. Cool. Oh man, yeah, Byron models. Guniak, what's going on, my friend? Good evening, says Johnny Cornett. Nice plane. How well does it fly? Don't know yet. We were flying the Husky, but everybody's seeing this thing in the background and wouldn't let it go. Wouldn't let it go. So we got her up here. It's huge. It really is a big model. It's version 2 FMS 6S pits. It's 1400 millimeter wingspan. The guys who missed the P2 Prometheus, I think really this is a supreme model over that one. I thought the Prometheus felt really, really heavy. Bobby's here. He's got it. I'm not hearing the text, so he just hit me in the chat. I'm gonna go let the wheels on the Husky are like the wheels on the Maul. You know what I mean? They're very easy to change if you don't like them. Yeah, it looks big, but it is super tall. The Pitts is super tall. I'm gonna let Bobby in, y'all. I'll let y'all salivate over this for a minute, though. Whoa! That always hurts my soul when that happens. Look how tall it is, y'all. In the studio, we're gonna do a GoFundMe page to get a bigger table. Dudes. Hey, everybody else can do personal business during their live streams. I certainly can go let Bobby K in the door. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I was doing glasses. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby K in the house. Yeah, I think my Prometheus, I flew way too. Skip Built, good to see you here. Reinvented the wheel. Who did? Look at, we'd like Men in Black right now. I'm such a jerkwad. Ha, Scotty Scott, you're awesome. Yeah, I totally busted Bobby's chops for like wearing a white hoodie today, like in the snow field. I'm like, what? Well, you're gonna kill the camera, homeboy. This one's brought to you by... Oh, you missed it earlier.
We don't need that.
I don't need those stinking notes for the show. Actually, I do.
Bunch of fake news.
It was all lies in the first place, right? So the theme of this show is really the theme every time, but I wanted to just state it this time. Something for everyone. This year is starting off fantastic. We're all getting to fly. I think we're getting to fly a multitude of different things. There's a multitude of different offerings available to you guys, whether you're into an air tractor or a Pitts or an Avanti version 3 or a Husky or a Bigfoot or a T33. Big HSD stuff now, super well represented. Budget brands like Dynam and Arrows RC. I mean, it's just a great time.
It certainly is.
It's just a good time.
There's something for everybody.
There is something for everyone. Dave's RC dropping links, cashing checks, and straightening kinks. Let's do this thing. Bobby's in the hood, says Fred Barron. Fred Barron, glad to see you, man. Ryan is Tommy Lee Jones and Bobby is Will Smith. Yeah, that T50 does look pretty sweet, Dave.
Yes.
Dave's RC live stream. Check out the replay. Actually, I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of live stream builds and cussing, I predict, in the future because he got a kit.
Oh.
It's a big, beautiful kit, but it's a twin engine. There's a lot going on to it, but really neat looking big plane. Where can I find an airplane? I look really left or right, and I see one everywhere. Is where I find airplanes.
I usually look up.
Up, yeah. Did Bobby take over Ryan's gangsta look? No, it's just the hat doesn't do the. It's just not the same that way. I gotta go. Yeah, I'm gonna bust a can of Whoop Juice. I got a story about Whoop Juice. You guys want to hear it? It's got nothing to do with airplanes. It's hilarious. When I was in high school, I had weird side jobs. People would ask me if I wanted to do something, and I usually would say, yeah. I'd make a little scratch, you know what I mean? And so me and my best friend, Brock, I wish I could read it and talk, but I can't. So we cleaned offices after school at night at this factory that closed down. The factory, the offices it was kind of rough neighborhood. It's kind of hood, you know. And we would go, and instead of cleaning offices, we could clean offices in like no time at all. But it was the only way we could really not be home on a school night was to be like making money. Mm-hmm. So we'd like make our money and get done, or we'd screw around and go in really late and go work. We would run around in the hood and play hide and seek and all kinds of goofing around with all these kids. I rode my first motorcycle. I was 16. It was a Kawasaki 440. I about dumped it. I mean, hey, you want to try it? Okay. I mean, just total hillbilly and hood, and which I fit right in, you know. And we play hide and seek with these kids. My buddy though, he had a 2-seat convertible car, and all the kids in the neighborhood would always bum change from us, so they could get some Whoop Juice.
Whoop Juice.
Eventually, we're like, what's Whoop Juice? And like, man, take us to the store. We'll show you. So we got like 9 kids.
Oh, geez.
Us. We're 16. A bunch of us in a 2-seat Fiat. This was so illegal. It had triggered a ton of snowflakes if it happened today. But we drove to the village pantry and got some Whoop Juice. And Whoop Juice is really just what they call it, but it's just like it looks like a gallon or one of those little pint milk jugs. Ah. But instead of milk, it was like green or purple. I think the same people made it, like Maplehurst or somebody, but it was just like juice. Whoop Juice.
Whoop Juice.
Whoop Juice.
Whoop
Whoop. Whoop whoop. So yeah, Whoop Juice. Are you guys glad that you heard that story? Yep, Dave must give away an FMS Pits. So what have we missed up in here? Man, I can't wait. We had a weird break purple drink. And he cried. Yeah. We had a strange, it's February in Indiana, and we had it all today, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was nice, it was sunny, it was windy, it snowed.
It's snowing now again.
Yeah. And got really cold.
Yeah, it went from beautiful this morning to crappier to crappier.
Fiat, fix it again, Tony. This was a Fiat Bertone X19. This was a dope machine. Rotary engine. It was beast. It really was. My buddy, I think he fixed it up off a paper route. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Pits look cool. They stink too.
I'm so pumped. And again, the bigger wingspan, I just know it translates to way better wing loading, lighter, and...
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
I have a tear, Ryan says Photon. Man, I don't know what Freewing's up to. WMP, do I know if Freewing is making a MiG-17? Thought I viewed a video from China. Same guy who had flying video of the pits. Yeah, those guys are marketing killers.
Yeah.
David Snyder, see you later, man. Appreciate you, man. You're always on Facebook like coming in with some cool positive comments and likes
yeah.
and stuff. Love seeing that. David Snyder, appreciate you. See you around. Always a pleasure, my friend. Fix it again, Tony. That's what Fiat stands for. Joe Valdez, what's going on? Nice. Harrier coming out in the spring. George says it rained, sleeted, snowed, and we had a blue sky with sunshine too. All in about 2 hours. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. That's that. You're down south Indiana, right? Fireman 285. The pits is, dude. This is not yet available. I think the first look we've gotten was from Asia.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's any over here yet. But we got one. We filmed an unboxing and an assembly. So that'll be the first thing. We were hoping to get to fly it today, but we had to kind of split our sessions up where we were flying the X-Works project and then getting the Husky done. The Husky was awesome, and we both got our hands on it. And if you become on a patron, you can figure out why there was a teaser and not a full video of the Husky the first time. And we talk about it a little bit in the videos today, but it was actually really cool. We were flying off site at a school that has its own. It's super, man. The Husky's a bush plane, right?
Yeah.
This was the best setting ever. Snow, you got the weeds, you got the trees. It's kind of down in a valley.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. Check out our post on Facebook taking it off the hill and landing up the hill. I that was just so much fun.
Oh, dude, we have a lot of fun out there.
It was neat. And 4-cell power, 1800 millimeter plane. I mean, how cool is that? Tim Teuton's happy with the V1 FMS pits. That's cool. I think the paint job on it's awful. But years ago, I remember talking with one of the owners at Motion about, good friend, about this paint scheme, and it never ended up happening.
That's what it should have been from the get, man.
It should have been that from the get, but here it is. Right, new and improved, version 2, up the KV on the motor, no glue, all screw assembly, into brass threaded inserts, guys. You remember rounding out all your screws because they always had to go into plastic, and it was hard to do. You had to ratchet them in and out or whatever.
Sucks. Yeah.
Dude, these things just fit. And you know what's cool is like most of the time these manufacturers are getting really smart. And I think it was after years of never being able to put the right thing in the bag.
Yeah.
You ever notice when they did label bags and stuff with letters and screw sizes, it was never right. So I can't blame them. Just make them all the same size.
Yeah.
So that's really what they're doing on these planes. Most of the time they're all the same size, with the exception of maybe one oddball or something that's fairly obvious. And then the manual is, great reference material. If you want to know, George Watts, thanks, man. If you want to know, like, if there's one oddball long screw, look at the spinner diagram because that may be where it's going.
Yep.
George Watts, thank you, man. Oh, I love it, you guys. Thanks for coming over. Something for everyone. I'm so pumped about that air tractor, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
So we're from what we understand. Oh, Bobby K's here. It was so funny that you had to tell me in the chat
Yeah.
because I just wasn't hearing it. Air tractor. Now I've heard some talk about folks saying, it's just the Pawnee. They changed the paint scheme. It's not the Pawnee. I can't wait to see this air tractor up close, but I have a feeling I know its pedigree. And the Pawnee came from somewhere else. The Pawnee came from the same place the Cherokee came from, and other kind of awesome but like one-off aircraft.
Yeah.
The Pawnee was 40-some inch wingspan. It was smaller. Mm-hmm. This thing has 59-inch wingspan, Takes 3 or 4S power.
Yep.
Looks to be dripping in scale fidelity, and I like that narrow nose.
Oh yeah.
And it's definitely got full capability. It looks like for getting along. We really can't wait to fly those things.
Yeah, that's when I was actually really happy when I saw that they were coming out with something like that, because that's something as a kid I used to see by the fields by my house and stuff, crop dusting and.
Isn't that one that flies over the field, yellow?
Yep.
I mean, I swear that's the one.
It looks just like it. Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be a riot.
He flies over all the time.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. You hear him coming, and you see him do his routine. A long time ago, I got to do the videos on the Dynam C-188.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all remember, but that video was pretty slick. Mm-hmm. I liked it, man. Just had really good music. I don't really do a lot of music on videos, but sometimes, and real chill music. And we had corn or something in the field, and man, went across the field and come up, do a stall turn, and come back down and do it.
Yeah,
it was sick. I thought it was really good. So we can't wait to do that, with this one as well. And who knows what's coming in the future?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I know you get it here first, you guys. I'm telling you, we're in a unique position where we're able to announce and drop it over here. I mean, which is just fantastic. With the sale going on, what would be the best arrows to get? Thinking the T28. RC Freak 32, man. Talk to me. So, what kind of experience do you have already? What are you looking at shopping? What's in your hangar now? What are you flying really well? What do you see yourself moving up to? Sometimes we can kind of help steer somebody's trajectory to their end goal.
Yes.
So yeah, you really can't go wrong with any of them. I'm kind of a guy who wants to get the most for my money. So if there's 3 options, I'm doing this with trucks when I'm buying RC trucks. There'll be 3 1/10 scale trucks, but they're all different sizes. But if they're all the same price, I'm going to pick the biggest one because I'm nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I want the best, value, kind of, for my money. So, think about that and get back to me. Let's see. Man, Randy, thanks for that. Dropping links, dudes. Yeah, guys, look, you're going to buy it anyway. Do me an extra click or two. Go to Pilot Ryan Media before you click your favorite brand. I consolidated all the stuff we're working with into one place. I pay for that website, so please use it. It's awesome.
Instead of 1 click, just make 2, and you're there.
And you're there. And you're there, and you can click your favorite branded icon. Also, links in the description of videos and things. Even my buddies' videos. Welcome to Pilot Ryan Network. You know what I mean? Pretty soon, Benny Hinn's going to be back here with a pallet of cash. Whatever. Throwing water at it. So, yeah, man, good times. You do that, Whoa, what are y'all talking about? Don't answer that. What?
Oh, jeez.
JCB 67, it was cold today. I think we were getting...
I think 6-7 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes, and we checked our cells, and we were at 385s.
Yeah. Yep.
So the video will tell you. That's going to be the first video I put out is the Husky. I want to get it done.
Thing's sweet.
It really is. I value the relationship with all the companies we work with, and really we do our best to turn them over, and prioritize those companies that work with us. And Arrows, Hobby Zone has been great. Tim Touton, thank you so much for that. It's been, ironically, for as great as things have been going on the channel, it's been way down. That all has been way down, but whatever. There's a show 7 days a week, so that's great. Yeah, Grossman. Grossman was in on some of these very early streams, and it's so funny because I was thinking I wanted to do a podcast, and then George Baker Tire Iron helped me do them on Facebook, and then I take the audio and upload it to a podcast app, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm a video guy. Everybody knows me from video. Live streaming's like right here at my fingertips. Let's just go. Show number 80. Such a great idea, Ryan. Remember when we were all trying to decide on what night to have this? Doesn't seem that long ago that we were waiting to get 100 people. Grossman, you were one of the first guys talking about 100 people, and I thought you were nuts. I thought he was nuts because it was like, man, we're rolling, having a ball with 20, 25, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
People. And a lot of you guys, oh no, did he pass? Robert Conrad, man. Knock it off my shoulder,
Yeah,
I dare
I
you.
just read that. Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep, I actually just saw that.
Pappy Boyington, man, and the the Ever-Ready guy.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, I think
man.
he was 84 or something like that, yeah.
He flew models.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They had a picture of him with like a Gasser Corsair in front of like the real Corsair or something.
That's badass.
During that show. Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Fair winds and following skies, guys. But yeah, Grossman was talking 100. I thought he was nuts. I mean, after he gave that speech, I just ripped it up. I was like, it's all lies, Grossman. It's all lies. You're out of your mind. Fake news. Nope. A lot of you guys, I thank you, have been here from the very beginning. Jeff's Custom RC, Josh Weaver. Some of you guys have changed your name since, early on shows. You guys have YouTube channels and things like that now. It's really cool. Dave Marshall was Dave Marshall. Now he's RC Air Marshal. Tim Mueller, what is happening? I wondered why I saw his picture on Facebook. I scrolled through real quick. Mike Keller, what's going on? Wild Wild West. Yeah, dude, he was in all kinds of stuff. Never say never, says Grossman. You know what? When people say that, you know what the first thing I want to do is? Never. I want to say it. Just like on Sandlot. Remember? I think, never. Never. Like the hats guys. Thank you, Tim Mueller. We'd like them too. Flex Fit. Really cool. You'll see in the video, we unboxed some swag, put on some shirts, and got cracking on some new stuff that you guys it will all be revealed.
Oh, yeah.
In the future. Jeff in Lower Alabama used to be See Me Do, See Me Do. I think you probably changed your name after you realized I had trouble saying it. I don't know. Awesome. Man, you guys are the best. Really, really. What do you want to know? Because we're rolling 120. My word. Doesn't look right when it's crooked. It ain't crooked today, you fashion police people. Mike SSI. He says the EQ on your hat doesn't look right when it's crooked. Whatever. LJ Hobby Life likes stopping in on Saturdays. It's become a staple of my weekends. Man, I love it. And all week long, you guys, if I'm not in, you guys who have streams also, I'm in them even if you don't see me because I'll be working on something.
Oh, yeah.
I come down here. This is my favorite room in the house.
Yeah.
All the kids, my wife, everybody's put away.
Yep.
And I come down here and I can kick off and talk and be loud and get things done. It's just really cool. Yep. And Mrs. Boozer, good to see you here. And thanks again for your help in the clutch last week. Wesley and Lori came through, and Dave Marshall did too. Both of those cats have produced my show before. And
that's why I was doing that.
Which one? The shaven?
The Beavis look. What's that?
Oh, I got you. So thanks a lot, you guys, for coming through. And I'm really glad it worked out tonight. Ryan is a lurker. I mean, sometimes until somebody says something ridiculous, and then I'll pop in. You know what I mean? I'll stop doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I got in a little late last night to Dave's. I got carried away on the P40, and then I saw my phone light up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm missing something right now."
Mike Keller says, "Hats off for the flight videos. Very tough to do for pilot and camera person." Yeah, if somebody you knew was into photography and you didn't like them, this is the kind of stuff you would recommend they do.
Yep.
I call it photomasochism. It's the hardest kind of photography and video work you could ever endeavor to do. And then the builds are the most unglamorous things to edit and do, but they provide a tremendous value because, let's be honest, it's really going online retail. The hobby shop isn't there to necessarily open it up and see all these parts. We show these build videos not because they're hard to assemble, but because you want to see it, don't you?
Oh yeah.
So that's really what's up. There was something
I like to know
wanted
what
to
I'm
get
getting
to.
into by the time I get the airplane too. You know.
Oh yeah, pay it forward. E-flite going to put out any smart installed electronics in their planes in the near future? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they did it on the Mustang, but not everything's going to have it. You really, everybody wants to complain a little bit about how because it was on the Mustang, you think it's going to be in every release. You got to think about the pipeline and development times and all that kind of stuff, and also price points and all kinds of things that us armchair entrepreneurs can't really know, but have to consider being factors.
Yeah.
It's their business, so you have to trust they're making the best call they can. RC Freak 32, we look forward to this too. And you had a question about something, and I what was it? I missed it. I wanted to answer it. I wanted to answer it. And I thought of something earlier. Ask it again, RC Freak 32, because I saw it, but I don't remember what it was. Ask me that question again. And I wanted to give a little tip to the fledgling YouTube channels. And a lot of you guys are good at this. When you're, and Dave just mentioned something about Instagram. If you're following your buddies on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, hit the three little dots up at the top. And do that when you follow me too. Hit the three little dots up at the top right and turn on the notifications for Instagram as well. If there's a way to do it on Facebook, you can do it as well. I think. I don't really know. With Facebook, just seems like a puke. There's just everything, but I love it actually. But turn on notifications, and then guys who are trying to build channels, I think one excellent way to do that is to, and a lot of you guys do a good job at this, is you go into comment sections of other videos, and if someone asks a question, answer it.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm telling you what, I've been kind of new into getting into trucks, right? Mike Keller, appreciate that. I've been new into RC Freak, you're not bugging me. I just missed it because it went fast. I saw it, but I want to answer it. I think you threw a plane out there that I'd like to get back to. But so researching trucks, I'm new to trucks, but the thing about community value exchange, it's all the same. Engagement, not talking algorithm, I'm just talking like good people.
Yep.
So I asked a question to a YouTuber who's probably got the same amount of subs as me in the truck world, who's doing pretty well. I think he's hooked up, gets trucks. I don't know. But I asked him a question, and I got to tell you, when they answer me, I'm in for life. I got their number, they got mine. I'm like, cool. I know you guys must love it when we're able to answer questions and things like that. But sometimes I'll ask a question on a video, the original content poster doesn't answer, but some other guy in the comment section answers my question that the other guy didn't answer, or he answered it also. And so there's a few different answers to choose from. I think it's tremendously valuable to answer people's questions, especially the guys who aren't getting answered.
Oh, yeah.
And especially beginner type questions and things like that, which I would say I'm a beginner in trucks, although I kind of have a leg up because of this hobby, the airplanes give me a little bit of a heads up. But yeah, it's a tremendous way to build your own personal brand as well. Do those things on Instagram. Instagram, an app where predominantly we're just scrolling very quick. Anybody who engages with your content on Instagram and answer, at least heart it, like it, let them know you saw them. Even guys who say jerky stuff to me in the comments get a heart usually, because I wanted them to know I saw it, you little snarker. Nice, Grossman. Second break question. Lay it on me, Mike Keller. I don't know the answer, but yeah, lay it on me. Arma 6S, no more questions. Wayne Lee 630. Dude, it's an Outcast, but I put a Notorious body on it up here. And then I've got the 6S Creighton in the garage, and the 4S Creighton, which I love as well. And I don't know what I'm going to get next, but I really want to show you guys the videos of what I've been doing, because I've been sending them. I've got upgraded chassis and parts in the mail and things like that, because I've bent my chassis and my shock tower so bad that the body barely fits on the truck, because I'm jumping them, man. Double backflips, hard nose crashes. Like, I am really ripping them up. Tim Mueller, yeah, the boats don't do a thing for me, just like helicopters, but I'm glad that they're fun for a lot of people. Maybe someday. Dave's RC needs a napkin. He's having a good time. You apply gentle, or do they just lock? Talking about Loctite, Mike Keller? Oh, you want to go for the gentle application on the brakes, not a lock, or you'll get a flat spot. I want knowledge, no interest in building a brand. Well, that's cool too. I mean, there's guys who have no care or desire at all to build a channel or anything, but because of the value they give, they become prolific members in the community. There's a lot of guys who could give a rip about algorithms, their channel, their videos, any of that stuff, but they continually show up and make that community better just by them being in it. This room is full of those kinds of people, along with guys who are building channels.
Yep.
And it's all the good stuff. Do you have an X-Max? I am going to end up having an X-Max. Have you, Ryan? Jeff's customer seat. What I miss? It's going so fast. Yeah, I got a couple 6S Armas and 4S Arma, and I'm going to get some more. And I want to do some Traxxas. I want to do the X-Max. I actually want to do the big 8S Creighton. But there's some stuff that you can look at and just be like, man, it's going to bend there. Mm-hmm. And I love that stuff. Let me show you guys something funny. You ready? You ready? There's the Arma parts department. Got some RPM upgrades, M2C chassis. I got stuff in the mail. I got a handful of those controllers out in the garage as well. My other trucks are out in the garage. But this week I told myself I'm going to focus and really crank. So I haven't been driving as much the last few days because I don't want to have to fix anything. Because that's always what happens. I'll fix it rather than I can't stand to let it sit there broken. So I'll fix it. Oh, George Watts, that's awesome, man. Fred Barron talking to Kenny. Dude, the 4S Outcast is dynamite. I have some. I really ought to put a playlist together of my favorite Surface RC guys, because I get. What's so awesome is being able to be. Look, man, I've been doing this in front of the camera, airplanes, for a long time. It's awesome. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I go to the Pilot Ryan of RC Trucks to get my knowledge as well. You know what I mean? I want to know what they're doing, how they're setting them up, what's up with the upgrades. Yep. All these upgrades and stuff that I've gotten, and servos that I've got to replace ones I'm burning up. These are on the recommendations of these dudes I follow. RC Duper Bash, RC Dude, I think 01, and then Kevin Talbot, our Aussie RC Playground
Yes,
is a
yeah.
guy.
I like watching him. Yeah.
Dude,
Him and Kevin Talbot are my two favorites.
and all these guys do a great job at running them stock
Yes.
hard, and then they'll upgrade them if they're really into them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it seems like the 6S trucks, I'm fixing them a lot because they're heavier, and when you land wrong, you break something. Usually it's bumpers and stuff that doesn't really matter, but I broke a bunch of A-arms and things. But the 4S truck, the Creighton that I've got, it really, really took a lot of beating. It's a plastic chassis instead of a metal one, plastic shock towers instead of metal ones.
Yep.
So it bends and retains its shape, bends right back instead of breaking or bending and staying bent. It's an honor to have you comment on a video, Ryan, that any of us post. I know it is for me. Wow. Thanks, man. I need to do a better job at that. But yeah, I really need to get camera on these trucks. And I keep telling Bobby this BMX track is just off the chains. And there's a couple times I've thrown a hat cam on and went out and had a ball. And then I got back and there's nothing on it. I'm like, son of a gun. I'm so mad. That Pitts Wreck 'em Roy, we don't know yet because it's Skunk Works. It's not even up on the motion. It's not even up on the FMS model website yet. Yeah, 4S Creighton is awesome, and it's honestly almost as big as the 6S one.
I love mine.
The only thing I don't like about the 4S Creighton is the tires, but it's okay.
I hate the control arms.
Oh yeah, get the RPM ones.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to. Yep.
Those are made in the USA out of Michigan, and all the guys, even in Europe, are driving those RPM things. They say they don't break, and they sell bumpers and things too.
Yep. I definitely need to upgrade because, man, I go through those like crazy.
GB Linden, this is not the 850 pits. This is the 1400 millimeter pits. Boom! I almost didn't even want to show it tonight because I want to have stuff ready to go on it, but you win.
We got stuff. It's just not ready to go.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some.
It's a big dog, though.
Dude, it doesn't even fit in the camera. If you put it up on its nose, it's out of the shot.
Jeez. Falling over here. Yeah, I mean, look how it's a beast.
Dude.
Absolute beast. I am so pumped.
No, go up on its nose. It's fine.
Up on its nose?
Yeah. Look at this thing. Holy mackerel.
Oh, yeah. Big dog.
Isn't that nice? So I'm going to zoom in on the... Wait a minute, Bubba.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm going to zoom in on the wing bolts. Oh, man. I need a fluid head tripod. That thing is all over the place, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You're all right. You're good.
There we go.
Money.
Look at that.
Yes.
Full span ailerons, both wings. It's not going to take a lot of throw.
No. Yeah, not at all.
You want to show us the underside, B? You keep your soda cold inside for transport. That huge panel lines, rivet detail. Bobby can't get his arms on the fuse around that big.
It's hard.
Look at these landing gear situation.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then the air breathing.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Let me walk up there and illustrate real fast. So, this lets air in front of the motor. It's open and the cowling throws it in on the motor. This cools the ESC. These are just for looks. There's some bolts and nylon locking nuts that hold these on. There's a point here. It's like a hinge. It's like a hinge, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
right there as well. Here and here. It's a good thing they're nylon lockers. I think the old ones may not have been, and they would ratchet out. You know what I mean?
This thing, it's built really well.
Keep an eye on that. But
Yep.
guys, yeah, and then this stuff up here. I think I'm out of the shot. Yeah, I'm out of the shot. What a beaut, dude.
Yep. It's gorgeous.
What a beaut. And I know it flies 10 times more gentle than the Prometheus does. Yeah. We were a little bit, we'll wait. We were a little bit bummed out about, I mean, there is a little bit of flex, Eddie, because, I mean, like I said, the big like, strut covers, you know, the triangle portion, it's like a hinge. So you've got the metal wire all up inside this piece. I think it's framed inside.
Yeah, it is.
And then plastic out here, foam on the inside, and then you've got the wire too that goes up to the middle. So the whole thing
Yeah, it has kind of a
really does have,
suspension in a way.
yeah, it's not super rigid. So, and once you have a 6S pack in there, it's gonna really absorb better than you think it would. And I know this to be true because I remember the first one. It was sick. Guys, 127, how awesome.
Heck yeah.
I would say plan on, Michael Roshka, I hope you're correct, but I would plan on between $300 and $400 for that Pitts. 7, how awesome. Heck yeah. Hanger 51, what's 269? This big Pitts? No way. No way.
No way.
No way. 6L power, 55-inch biplane. It is not going to be 269.
It'd be awesome if it was.
Eric Quinn, question for the century. Bobby K, what's Dynam coming out with?
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Not really, because I don't know yet either.
That means nothing.
Yeah, I'm not too sure yet. I heard there's things in the works over there, but I'm not too sure as to what's coming yet. So hopefully here soon we will find out, though.
Yeah, man. Well, you'll hear it here.
Hear it here first.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you have to look at the version 1 Pitts. And I think it was $329, $349, something like that back in the day.
Yep.
So Dave's RC $389. That's not a bad guess. Like I say, somewhere between $300 and $400.
Yeah.
I'd
say that $389, $379 range pretty fair guess. But it's beautiful, man.
It is really nice.
Yeah, it's.
You know what? Surprisingly, I don't think the box was that huge.
No, it really wasn't.
It really wasn't as big as you think it would be.
They packed that thing pretty well.
They really did. Yeah, it was over $300, Grossman. Right, $200 for the 850. Right. Of course, you're getting a receiver and stuff with the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. And this is the scheme.
Yeah, it's sweet. I can't wait to get my hands on one.
The prop, I said it in the assembly video, which you guys will be seeing.
I think it's 15.9.
That's what I was remembering, too. That's what I said earlier. I thought it was 15.9. You guys, I'm telling you, everybody who misses the P2 or missed out on even ever having a chance, here you go.
Yeah, this is the way to go for sure.
Here you go. I think this one's gentle, more better, so to say.
More better,
guys.
More better.
So yeah, a lot of videos coming this week. Stay tuned. I mean, this has really been a hell of a start to 2020, and I just think it's awesome.
Yeah, it should be pretty sweet.
I remember doing the maiden on the version 1 FMS Pitts, and I was all ready for it to be scary. And that thing was so gentle. I couldn't believe it. And we did the maiden off of grass. It was before we had the runway.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
Flying Ant, what is up, man? Just chiming in. that is the version 2 FMS pit, 6 cell power, 1400 millimeters. Not available yet, not even on FMS Models website. Stay tuned to RC Pilots Lounge on Facebook, my Instagram. When that thing drops and I can get my affiliate code on it, y'all are gonna know. If you have to have these things that we're showing you here first, do me a favor. Be patient. Click through Pilot Ryan Media. Doesn't cost you nothing but a click. Think about your bro. It's really kind of fantastic being able to do this for so long. And man, what we do is great for the hobby, good for business, good for the businesses, and it's good for us as consumers. That's us. I mean, we're just super fans who got a great opportunity.
Yes.
And I'll never let go.
Maybe
So
dream come true.
what a ride, man. I mean, I've had a few opportunities in my life that I've made good on, and I don't let go, and more come because of it. I don't really turn, that gift horse in the teeth thing. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Well, I don't either. So here we are. And it doesn't, like I say, PilotRyanMedia.com, guys. So many guys don't do it.
No.
It'd be neat if they did. 600 bucks, Grossman. Run them out on a rail. Where you live, Canada? It is 6S, Nick Kennedy. Flying Ant, the upgrades that make it a V2. Are you very familiar with the version 1? I did build one years ago and flew a maiden for a guy. There were bits that I remember that they had to be glued on, which I thought was crazy back then.
Especially for a biplane.
A big one. There is no glue. I'll tell you what, there's no glue to the assembly on this one. Everything screws together. The 2mm hex machine screw into brass threaded inserts.
Yep.
No glue at all. The wing halves are screw in. The top one and the bottom one. The cabanes cleat and slide in like Ordnance does. And the paint scheme obviously is dynamite, and it's a 460 kV motor instead of a 360. I think I answered your question. Yeah. That's it. Days RC, man, you did a great shout out for me and Goodniak last night. I really appreciate that. The cabanes on version 1 glued on, and so did the interplane struts right at the top of the fuse. And if I remember right, the wing halves on top. This has the wing joiner that screws in now. I'm telling you, no glue. The assembly will be out this week unless something happens, like I finally catch up on sleep or something.
I need that too. Oh, man.
Not an in runner on the pits. Yep. Flying Ant.
Something that does have an end runner.
Yeah, I do too. Man, thanks, Dave. Eric Quinn, thank you, man. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's cool, man. It's neat, man. It's neat. Why wouldn't you, man? Yeah, the whole top wing was glued on and together. It was not very smart, and it actually made me not. I was always scared about how well it was going to hold too.
Yeah.
So the fact that this screws on, is just awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Air Marshal's back. Everybody act normal. Flying Ant in the house, man. You got any videos you've been putting out lately, Bubba? Any way you can get a Tower Hobbies affiliate link. What is it that they have that you want there, Justin? Doesn't Horizon own them anyway? I think I could check it out. What is it that you're wanting to get from there, though, Justin?
I guess I can quit.
Oh, yeah, the Beast. Yeah, man. Hobby Zone sale. WMP, you like Bobby's T33 video? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, dude, that T33 is sweet.
Oh, the three payment plan deal. I gotcha. Oh man. I don't have it through Tower. Nice, Deuces.
Hey, Mr. Cody's in here.
What's going on, man? His ears must have been burning. Danny Miller in the house. Cody, good to see you, man. The end of the month is going to be dynamite.
Yes.
We're pumped. We're having a good time, man. Talking about all kinds of stuff. We got out today and had some fun with the and some other things. We got our Husky 2.0 up in the air. That's actually what I really want on the table today. I can't remember if that thing was on table the last show or not, the Husky. If it was the other one. One's on the table, the other on the bench. Oh man, Cody, you're great. Had a good time watching you guys with the air tractor. I'm really looking forward to that air tractor.
Oh,
I think a lot of guys are. The name of the show tonight is something for everyone, and I feel like that's just the way this year has started.
Yeah.
There's some things, the Ultrix, and some FPV and there's some things that we don't necessarily always get our hands on, but man, there's something for everyone.
Yeah, there sure is.
Most of it we've getting to do.
Yeah.
Man, just over the moon. 6S jets, 4S jets,
Yep.
coming around the mountain if it's not already. And then just prop planes, scale stuff, warbirds, and what's coming and all. Just really cool.
It's an awesome time to be in the hobby, that's for sure.
It really is. And awesome. Awesome working with you. And pumped about your air tractor. It'll be fun.
Yes.
We were talking about that earlier. 1500 millimeter ground up, new design, 3-cell, 4S power.
Yep.
I watched. I've really been pretty busy. I haven't got to really consume all the content on the air tractor, but I've managed to watch the beginnings and the ends.
Oh yeah.
Of a couple on the scroll through.
I really want to make some sprayers for it.
Oh, somebody said something immediately about like hooking up a vape deal to make it smoke or whatever.
Yep.
Can you show the close up? Nick Kennedy of what? Me? They better double their order on that air tractor because it's going to sell out fast, says Paul McNeil. Gooniac, what's up? Close up of what, Nick Kennedy? Lay it on me. They're shipping anytime. Is that the air tractor? Because they're scheduled for the 13th, but maybe you're running ahead of time. That would be fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Jeff's flying with smart packs.
Dude, the smart packs are changing the game.
They're so cool.
They are.
I'm going to get some hard case ones. The fact that I haven't burned up my trucks with what I've been doing to them
They have some pretty sweet new ones for the cars.
I know it.
They're pretty cool.
I'll be getting in on that. Mike Keller said, yes, sprayers, please. Well, we'll do the work stock and then send it home with you. Hook it up. Gooniac, yeah, man. Ryan Zilla, says Fred Barron. That was for the big close-up. Massis Boxing Belts. What's up, guys? Can you roll it over? The pits? Is that what you're talking about, Nick Kennedy? Be more specific. RC Air Marshal's going to get out tomorrow, hopefully, and maiden his P51D 1.5.
Yeah.
Feeling smart. Might delete this later. I don't know. Cool hats. Yeah, man.
Yes.
My wife was so tickled to see a hat that wasn't so busted.
Oh,
I
man.
probably have 5 or 6 of those Jetworks hats. I wear them out. I'm actually really... I'm a snob about hats. If it doesn't fit right, I won't wear them, man. And I was so glad that these Flex Fit hats fit so nice. And you guys are probably glad too, because it doesn't do me sideways like my other one does. So I'm a little more appropriate, I suppose. All right, Victor's got a day worth of flying he's going to upload. Awesome, Jeff. You know what, guys? I think you can tag people now. Mitchell Farley. Can I say it on the air? Mitchell Farley just texted me. If you have a 100-inch screen TV and you do a close-up, that was scary. RC Air Marshal Spectrum hat. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like it. I'll probably be getting a new RC Jetworks pretty soon. New RC Jetworks hat pretty soon.
Man, honestly, I only have a handful of hats that I actually wear. Like, one of them's a Under Armour one that's like dirty because I love it so much.
Right.
And this is taking the place of it. This and my Bitco hat, that's all I wear now.
Yeah, man. When you order directly from FMS, where does it ship from if you are in the U.S.? Probably China. But cool your jets. Go through PilotRyanMedia.com. Wait till they're available at your favorite retailers here in the States. Or not. But it's nice when you do. Good time to show how you balance a biplane, Ryan. Man,
I usually go from the wings.
I go with the big battery up in the front and rip it.
Yep.
No, really.
And you know us, man. We always go nose heavy.
At first. It's always stupid windy.
Yep.
Today, I'm excited for y'all to see today's work.
Yeah.
In the future.
We keep hopping in and out of the DeLorean. It's crazy.
It was windy. It was windy, man. But, yeah, that's the thing, man. This isn't even on the FMS model website yet. So for the channel who's bringing it to you first, why wouldn't you cool your jets and help them out? I don't pay for that website for nothing. Go to PilotRyanMedia.com.
Yes. Oh.
And as soon as this is available, I'll feature it as a product up at the top of the landing page. By the way, those spots are for sale. Yeah. Yeah, not really. They're not, but they could be.
I'm scared for this one because I really want to fly it.
So why are you scared? Why are you scared?
I don't know.
Yeah, Nick Kennedy, it all screws together, dude. And the assembly video is coming out next week. Check it out. The best way to not miss that content when it comes, subscribe to the channel and tap the bell for notifications. Do that to all your buddies' channels as well. Go to the comment section of our videos and you're going to see a lot of the same names that are in this channel. These are some of the most prolific guys in the community. Go check out their channels as well. Because they got it just as bad as we do if they're in everybody's videos offering value and answering questions. This is the deal. This is what it's about. This is where it's at.
Okay.
Bit goes out of Columbus.
Yep. Bill Shape, Bitcoin spit. Oh, heck yeah. Let me know how it is, Bill. I have not got my hands on that one yet. Looks pretty interesting.
Fred Barron,
Holy
holy moly.
smokes.
Bucks for the brims, bros. Thanks for what you do. Always good time. Brimus and Billhead. Fred, thanks. Man, you guys are beast. Holy moly. Thanks, man. Aw, Captain Photon. Chubsy Wubsy. Let's see. When you talk about air tractor. Yeah, no, Brett, we're talking about the new air tractor that was released this Thursday last. We're going to get to work it in the future. We don't have it yet, but we've got some other projects that we're working on that you guys will see pretty soon. Not to mention all the things we have to do that you know about. But just a great time. Just a great time. But the air tractor that's recently released, yellow and blue, floats optional, 4S power safely, 1500 millimeter wingspan. It's got some sweet lights, doesn't it? Does that thing have lights
yep,
too?
It has lights in the nose, and then it has your wingtip lights too. It's got
It's
your navigations
sick.
and then strobes on each side as well. Yeah, it's cool. And then I don't know if you guys were watching the live stream
Hello, Brazil.
the other day, but it has a really cool pair of skis that.
Yeah, that's right. Are they included?
No, they're
No,
not.
they're
included.
optional.
Yep, you can buy them separate. And then they were also saying that those skis are similar made to other configurations, so they will.
Oh, fit on other planes.
They
I
will
did
fit
see
on
that.
other
Yeah.
planes. Yeah. Yep.
T and Scoot. Wait a minute. I just got back in the hobby, but you have all been awesome. Love the channels and videos. Thanks for all you guys do. Man, appreciate you. Thanks a lot for that. And have a wrench. Now, you guys who like Tower, you can do the 3 easy payments for your $50 wrench in installments. I'll take 3 payments of $20. $19.99 3 times. Go triple time. It's actually almost $60, but that's okay. It was convenient. Great things coming from Jeff's Custom RC and Spectrum, guys. Wait for it. Awesome, Jeff. Congrats.
Heck yeah.
When's the next giveaway? Shoot, don't ask me. Every day.
Yep.
Every day I stay up to the wee hours, cranking it, getting it done, delivering content. There's the giveaway. YouTube is free. Subscriptions are free. I'm not a huge fan of them. We do some over here that are sponsored by other companies, and that's fine. But there's a lot of our other younger channels that'll do them sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So Dave's RC does one once a month. We'll probably do some more BitGo ones, and actually, we got to figure out how to do one the end of this month. Thanks for asking. You reminded me.
That is a good one.
It's so funny because I'm not a fan of them, but
Really?
but they're great. But only one guy wins, and everyone ends up surly.
Oh, you're talking about
giveaways.
Never mind.
Yeah, if you just don't do it perfect, someone's always butthurt over it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cody Adair. Yeah, when is the next giveaway, guys? I want to get in on one. You know what? Just off the top of my head, let's go for the 29th of this month.
That seems like a good day.
You guys should come. Bring your buddy. Bring your buddy. We'll see you there. I'm so tired, man. That's what the glasses are about, man. I just, my eyes are
I am
beat.
Too. Man, if I didn't have a regular job, I would get a lot more sleep. But I'm so addicted to this hobby, it's ridiculous. So I actually don't mind running on a little bit of sleep.
That's
I just
fine.
Love going, man. Yep. That's what Starbucks is for. That's why God gave us Starbucks. Yep, and Pepsi's. Fake news too.
It's all lies.
It's all lies.
I'll be there, says Cody.
All right.
That's great, and thanks in advance to the Merry Boozers who are going to produce the show, and my second string producer, RC Air Marshal, who's always got my back. Josh Weaver, RC, I know also would help me in a pinch if he could anytime. I just have the greatest people around us here. I was talking to somebody about Bobby earlier too. Oh, I talked to my mom tonight, and she's asking, how's that guy, that weirdo looking guy, Bobby? I'm kidding. I was like, man, fantastic. I mean, he's working out great. RC Air Marshal says, Cody, come on over to the dark side and sub to my channel. RC Air Marshal's the guy who put together the awesome 24-part series on demystifying the setup of the Spectrum AR636.
Rick says my number's still 17.
RC Air, you trying to get me divorced? You're funny. I shout out the Air Marshal and he grew. We're the fame factory over here. What's up, Emilio Rivera? You're the next contestant. Stayed up till 2:30 this morning painting my EC 1500. You're sick. Posted up on RC Pilots Lounge, man.
Yes.
I want to see what you did to it. Or should I say in hillbilly, want to see what you done to it.
What you done? What you did done to it?
You're ripping that paper and sipping that coffee. Captain Photon, bite your tongue. Cody's the guy holding it down on the tech side there on the live streams at Horizon, along with, I'm sure, many other duties where he's killing it.
Hold on, is Air Marshal really giving away an IX-20?
No way.
I'm just kidding. There's no way.
Kind of shaving. The shadow hides. Yeah, dude, I only shave for the camera. I knew we had some work. We did 4 videos Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
And
I went to bed at 3:30 a.m. on a work night.
well, and then the night after that, I stayed up till 3 talking to these clowns.
Yeah.
My favorite clowns. I mean, RC Air Marshal, Senior Advisor Dennis Farley, Guniac popped in for a minute. Raven Rock, we call him Skippy.
Yes.
Who am I missing? I think that was it. What a blast, says Richard Saltry. Had a blizzard down the street. First thing I thought about was Dairy Queen. Yep. I'm that guy. Flew my big stick on skis. What a blast. Personally, I don't come to these channels for the giveaways. I do enjoy seeing Ryan spaz out, though, when you do one, says George. You know what? I like to be in the giveaways because if I win, I'm going to make them keep rolling for someone else. Because I know how it's the meanest thing you could do to somebody is make them pick another one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's true.
I've been a part of a handful of giveaways at this point, and 2 of them with absolutely no preparation were a bit like preparation H, total pain in the axe. Me a question.
I think Dave Marshall just needs to give me his IX-12.
Yeah. Sora Ring says, fly RC plane, that's what you're good at. I would like to do it for my whole life. And a lot of people would like to do it for their whole life. For their daily deal.
Yeah. Yep.
I know a guy almost did that one time.
Me too.
Almost did that one time. Good things.
Yep. I'm still...
Patience.
Yes. Patience is a virtue.
And hang on.
Yep.
When the wildebeest is trying to get away, what's the lion do? Get a hold of the neck, too.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Mueller. See you later.
See you, buddy.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming by. You guys are the greatest. We're just chilling tonight, guys. We built everything already.
Lots of good stuff, man.
My word.
And there was something that
Air Marshal.
I partook in today.
Oh,
some
yeah.
partaking in that was...
was it legal? Or illegal?
Well, it should have been illegal. I had so much darn fun.
It was so much fun.
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
I can't wait for y'all to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Oh, man.
Mike Keller, the irony of that question and what's in it is just really something. How many flights do you get on a foamy to consider it a success?
So.
1. I mean, I have... You guys all probably fly more than I do, which is crazy. I've said it before. People probably think it's baloney. But honestly, every time I fly, you all see it.
Yeah. Now,
I'm in a season of my life that is very, very busy with children and things like this.
Yep.
And but this is a must-have for my self and soul, and it's so this is it. We work it out. We get it done. Who else? I mean, come on, dude. I'm taking a big salty camera out in freezing temperatures to film these things because we just are batshit crazy about it. Yep. What were you gonna say, Bobby? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
He doesn't remember. He was going to answer this question. Do you recommend Real Flight for beginners?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Not only beginners, but anybody who wants
Yeah.
to stay polished.
yes, it's a great flying aid. It really is. I fly a lot on simulators, especially in the winter when I'm jonesing. Like,
Barry G. Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
well,
Barry
you're
G,
good.
what's up, man? Good to see you here. It's been a minute. Barry G's got the best luck of all time.
Olsen Aviation.
I hope that's true in all endeavors of his life, to be honest with you.
What's your all-time favorite plane?
He had a really good string on giveaways for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did really good.
Man, my all-time favorite plane.
Oh, Cody, thanks,
Like,
man.
Man, that's a honest to God hard one. So, you know.
I know, it's a very tough question.
So
I'm going to skirt it like a politician, just wait.
yeah. So my all-time favorite, I'd have to say, is. Oh man, I don't know because
It's tough.
there's quite a few of them. I personally
Wow,
absolutely
Mike Keller,
love.
are you retired, dude? Dude gets 50 to 70 flights in every week.
Holy
Oh my
smokes.
goodness. We just moved this last summer and I was looking for a house where I could fly out the back. It didn't work out for me. But that's why I think I'll be moving in a few years. Because this,
Oh, yeah.
this is a great little room for what we're doing. But I want
I want
more.
a shop.
I want more.
I'm gonna have in the future. You guys will be seeing a shop. I'm almost certain. Between me and him, as much as we want a big building,
For
and-
sure. And the better this does, the closer we get to
Yes.
being able to take big risks and things like that. So,
Yeah.
Matthew D'Souza, that Pitts is the version 2 FMS 1400 millimeter Pitts that runs on 6L power. You can see version 1 in action with a different paint scheme, videos from a handful of years ago at this point. Not on this channel, but around. This one's new and improved. Higher, Nick Kennedy, what's up, man? With that. That seems like a typo or something's up.
I didn't see it. Oh,
Something coming at us? Yeah, Mike Keller, I nailed it. You're retired. Congratulations.
yes.
You've won. You've won. Good for you. Enjoy your flying, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's so good for you. I tell Bobby all the time, I was like, man, imagine what we would be able to do with full-time attention on full-time content.
Oh,
We
man.
got full-time content.
just not
Want to
full-time.
get to. There's so
Time.
much I'd like to revisit too.
Oh yeah.
Back early on in the channel, before I worked and built brand somewhere else, Mike and I were able to bring out things that we had for a while. So not just like shakedowns, which I love shakedowns and first impressions. I have to. But we were flying stuff that we had multiple high number of flights on. So it could really, really speak from a point of authority on what worked for us, you know. And
Yes.
and that was really the whole beginning of the whole thing and way it's done. We never planned it. It just was a natural evolution. We always enjoyed what we were doing and talked about what we were doing as we were doing it, because we're kind of reading his language of whatever different plane it was and what it liked for us to achieve. You know, the hardest trick really, I think, in flying is landings. They're mandatory, but we don't practice them enough, and I don't know. And we had crappy cameras back then too, so the only good video we could get was like touch and goes and landings. So
Yeah.
we wanted to. What I've done this in other categories of my life, things that were completely not related to RC, but it's like so with our videos, one of our intentions initially was we want to see from the companies that were making videos at the time, like Banana Hobby and things like this, we wanted to see more of what we didn't get, which was touch and goes, landings. They would always edit out. You knew they were ground looping it, and they cut it. You know what I mean? We wanted to see that stuff. It's like, all right, cool. Of course, it's an awesome plane, especially when you put music on it and do it and cut it up and all that. Great. But we wanted to see like flights and touch and goes and landings. And so we made what we were missing from other folks, and not to try to fill a void, but I think it did, you know? And then we talked about what we were doing instead of putting, you know, music all the time over it. Nothing wrong with music, man. There's a time and a place for the commercial, the corporate video.
Oh, yeah.
But people seem to connect with people pretty well. You guys are great. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm so glad, guys, that it's... Look, I'm so glad it's not just me. Bobby K in the house, ladies and gentlemen, man. Good times. This dude will jump when you say jump. And he's just wild about it, y'all. Man. I did my retirement early. I did my retirement from 20 to 30. And then I got bit cracking. I had the greatest time. It's kind of like a rock and roll world tour, but in Muncie and Chicago and Florida. So not quite the world, but more like a couch tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Thoughts on the Freewing F-16?
Which one?
Yeah.
So there's the 70 millimeter and the 90.
I have the 70, and it is awesome. And from what I've heard, the 70 is actually better than the 90. I do know that they're coming out with a new power system in the 90.
And it needs it.
Yeah.
It needs it. You know, if you watch the video at Motion RC of the F-16, that me and Captain Mike made that video.
You want a bad mamma jamba, go for the E-Flight F-16.
It's a great video, but Mike and I always thought that he liked it better than I did, but I always thought it was a porker. And then I got to fly the 70s, and I was like, wow, this thing is actually really nice. And I got to fly both the color schemes and the 4S and 6S 70 millimeters at Motion, probably still on video over there.
Yep.
And then I got to fly the E-Flight 70 millimeter with AS3X. It's got the Thunderbird paint scheme and suspension out of the box.
Yes.
Inrunner blew me away. That's my favorite F-16. Now, in the future, not too far away, Bobby and I are going to both get our hands on the big HSD F-16 with the upgraded power system.
I'm looking so forward to that jet. We're
going to go to a different flying site where we got a lot of pavement and we can really air it out.
Yep.
And we've been looking forward to it for a long time, and it's fitting now that we're going to get to do it with the the upgraded power system and stuff like that. Yeah. So also to help with the launch of and promotion of the presence of HSD jets in the States, HSD Jets USA to be specific, where now that stuff is being supported greatly well.
Yep.
Where before it wasn't maybe the case.
And Air Marshal, that's the sheen we have coming.
120 sheen. Let me check my schedule. Yeah, man, we're pumped. So honestly, I like the E-Flight 70 millimeter F-16 for out of the whole group of smaller choices.
Yeah.
For what you get out of the box. I think it's a 120.
What's that?
The F-16.
No, it's a 105.
Is it a 105? Yep. But it's an upgraded new motor and all.
Upgraded new motor and all that good stuff.
Honestly, we did a great interview with Andy Davis of RC Jetworks, HSD Jets USA, a couple shows back.
Yep.
He knows way more about it than I do, and I thought that was a great interview show.
Yeah, check out HSD Jets USA. They have a lot of information on there. Customer service is great. Check them out.
Yeah, man. Really good things. I'm telling you, something for everyone.
Yes, there's something.
Something for everyone.
Yep, sure is. Love it.
Mr. Pontiac Fever, after watching you fly the Tiger Cat, I want it so badly now. Yeah, man, I got an opportunity to fly, I think the first flights in the States on the Tiger Cat from Flightline, and then just recently the FMS Tiger Cat. You can get those. Go to pilotryanmedia.com, click FMS, click Horizon. You can get them. Links are always in the description. You know what I'm saying? Jeff in Lower Alabama. I spent so much time on RC groups for so long. I have not been on forums much in a very long time. I got nothing bad to say about them, but I fell in love with social media. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I just feel like the people are more active. They're actually doing it more. I don't know. And I think it's a very visual hobby. So you don't get videos and photos a lot. You get them sometimes on RC groups and forums. I'm not dissing on forums, guys, at all. There's a great deal of wealth of information. But there's also so much information that doesn't do you any good. And before anyone's ever seen a thing, there is a dump session a lot of times. It's just like, I don't want it. Let me see the guys who are happy about the ones they bought, they have. Maybe they're having a problem or something, and guys can help you. I see it all the time. Somebody's tripping over something. It's like, hey, did you try this? Or did you... man, my thing won't initialize, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, did you throttle trim it down? I mean, you got guys helping each other. It's just positive, and it seems to be almost always visual. You know, you think about Instagram, it's always going to be visual. Picture, video.
Yep.
Facebook, especially in our hobby, it's always going to be picture and video.
Yes.
Very rarely is there a dissertation all in text about, whatever. And nobody pay attention. It's very tactile, visual, tangible kind of hobby.
Yep. What's up, Sky? How's it going, buddy?
Sky. Yeah, Jeff. So, I've been putting and also, too, there's a lot of guys who have these tremendous amount of post counts on forums. And I don't think it does them any good. It doesn't feed any algorithm. It doesn't give you any... It necessarily doesn't in my opinion, doesn't necessarily give you street cred. It makes me think that you need to get out and fly and get off of the forums.
Yes.
So, I'll never diss it, but I have moved on from it. My early days, though, I was on the forums. And I was catching wind of new projects and releases and stuff via other guys who had it bad and were digging in Asia and finding out intel. And then I would approach companies and know what was coming sometimes before they did. And I don't know. I started off in magazines, so there's all this back in the back end, but it definitely served everything that's been a part of my journey. First of all, I refuse to lose. So even if things happen not my way, I will always make it a win. It's an opportunity for improvement, things like that. I just refuse to lose. So everything's been part of the journey to get me where I'm at. Whether I think maybe looking back, if it was a silly waste of time or whatever, it's all part of it. So I'm down. Randy, you do Reddit groups? Is there a lot of RC going on Reddit?
What is Reddit?
Right? I've actually tried everything. I mean, I even have a TikTok, but it's like it's not. I do Twitter. I actually have a Reddit account as well. I don't do a thing on it. I don't think there's anything going on there. But I also don't know how to get around on it. Probably as well as I should to get the most out of it. But I'm very content with Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Twitter's there.
Oh yeah.
TikTok. I actually had the E-flite F-18 video went viral right away.
Yep.
And which spoiled me, and nothing else had since. And so I'm just like, eh.
Should we put that other thing up there? Or
Say again?
put that other thing up there or no?
I don't care. Go ahead, man. We can talk about it.
know
I don't know anything about it.
I don't either.
The dark web, says RC Air Marshal.
Web,
I'm not sure exactly what we're getting at. $9.99, totally complete. Servos, brakes, lights, motor, ESC, yada. Definitely worth it. Think of it. If you bought 2 of any of the last 3 Horizon planes, like the SU-30 and F-18, that's a HSD jet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always amortize out your hobby and.
Oh yeah.
It there's something for everyone.
There sure is.
There's something for everyone. It's so great having choices, and we have that small little 280-foot runway, and so
we make it happen though.
we make it happen. But we're going to go elsewhere to fly our HSD stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If I had better space, I think, John, you have like a dynamite facility at your disposal, don't you? Honestly, I want to go to Eli Field.
Oh man, me too. That's
Actually,
like a
I want to
dream
go to
field.
board meetings over there.
Yeah, that's like a dream field of mine. I've always wanted to see that field. Yes.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. You know that song?
Yes. Put me in, coach.
It's like
not a good
always
singer,
in the
but-
back of my head for my whole life
Yes.
with whatever I'm doing. I Reddit watch a YouTube video, LOL. Cool, man.
Can you fly at Eli Field? Like, is it?
I
is
don't
it
know.
like
If you're invited, I suppose. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a Horizon field or not. I would almost assume it is.
Yeah.
I actually got invited there
Ah.
years ago by their old senior copy editor who used to be the editor-in-chief of Model Aviation, Michael Ramsey, brother from another mother. We're not related, by the way.
Gotcha.
Come to Eli. You guys coming to RC Fest?
Ooh, RC Fest.
Ah, we need to.
Yes, we do.
We need to.
When is RC
We're looking
Fest?
for a sponsor.
What are the dates on that? Yeah, we're looking for a sponsor. Yes.
Honestly, I swear, I just want someone to handle it and tell me where to go, and I'll go smiling.
Yes.
The details, I don't want to deal. I'll kiss the babies, man. I'll hand out suckers, stickers, whatever. Let's do it.
Kiss baby's forehead.
Come on, man. I'll handshake.
More fake news out the window.
It's all lies. Oh, I'm sure it's an AMA field.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's a beautiful place, man.
Cody said Eli is club field. Members can fly there. Guests can fly with a member as well.
Awesome
Sweet.
sauce. Awesome sauce. One of these days, man. One of these days.
6th to 8th.
Make a content deal about it.
Yeah, heck, we might be able to make that happen.
You know who could make it happen always and undoubtedly? Full-time dudes.
Yes, that too.
You gotta figure out that fun part deal.
Oh, I know. I think about it day and night. I
Oh
lose
my
sleep
gosh, I know.
over it. Yes.
Matthew D'Souza. Anyone still do balsa kit building? Trying to get back into it.
Man.
I think there's a lot of well-versed guys in the community who do a little bit of everything or had at one point.
That's my background, man. Like, that's
Mike
where
Keller.
I came from. That's where I came from. with
Yeah,
balsa building.
you're Bobby's old school.
Yeah. Man, I was that guy a few years back that was like, oh, you don't need Expo and this and that and
His planes are like this.
yeah. But you know what? I have
Give me craft radio with the double click for right
Yeah.
turn. I don't need no technology.
Yeah.
Double click right turn. You hand one of those guys that says that crap about gyros, one of those things,
Oh,
and
yeah.
let's talk about tech after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty old school when it came to that kind of stuff. And then, man, I started flying this, and I was like, why am I building airplanes instead of flying more?
So Mike was the first guy to show up at the field that I had seen with any foamies of note. There were some of the old school guys that would show up with some little tiny thing that didn't have any business trying to go on the grass.
Yeah, yep.
but not very often was there anybody showing up with stuff that I was already familiar with and into. Mike shows up with some foamies. We become friends. And then you and Adam start showing up with foamies.
Yep.
And it's like, yes.
Yep.
Because the rest of the guys are flying, built up.
And you know what I want to see in foam also? Is a darn Ultra Stick. Have you ever flown one of those?
Which one's that?
Like Hangar 9 makes a stick, and it's nothing.
The sticks.
Scale. Yeah, it's
right. Everybody's.
If you've ever flown one, you'd love it.
Is it the big one?
I'd love a big one. I've flown the big one.
Mike and I filmed. I haven't even put it out yet. Guys, I have so much content. It's not even funny.
We have content from over a year ago still that we haven't. But we have a lot.
But I went to Jet Jam by myself, and I didn't have. I borrowed your camera,
I remember that.
But it was not working for me very well. So the best stuff I got was on my cell phone. It's just like I didn't put it out because, I don't know. This channel's wants more. Come fly at our field, Ryan. Jeff's Custom. I'm telling you.
Where's your field at, Jeff?
It's like North Carolina or something.
Oh, gotcha. I saw what's that field called?
Triple Tree?
Triple Tree. I saw they were underwater.
Oh no.
Yeah, I saw they got flooded. Unfortunately, I hate seeing that for any RC field, man. That's a pain in the butt to clean up after too. I'm sure.
We were supposed to go to, I think it was the spring one, the big one.
Yeah.
And I was ready. I had the van packed.
I remember this.
You remember all that?
Yep, I sure do.
Got rained out the first time in 30-some years.
Yep.
This is exactly what happens every time I go to the flying field, too. Beautiful weather.
Oh, yeah.
I go to the flying field, the weather goes south, and
yep. That's just like this morning.
Maiden in the wind.
We go to field, it's beautiful out, and then...
Here I come.
Yeah, here we come, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Cody said Triple Tree always floods. Yeah, it does. That is a bummer. I think they have like a river or something right by them, though, don't they? Isn't that the reason they flood?
I have no idea.
I know there's a decent-sized body of water by them.
See, some of these events I want to go to, some of the far away ones, I think it's in consideration to just show up.
Yeah.
Fly in, not bring stuff with us, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss the babies, make an appearance, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the ones that are close, man, it'd be nice to drive with our product to show off.
Man, I'm definitely gonna have to go to that Horizon Fest.
I'd like to go.
I didn't know.
I'd like to.
You're gonna have to put it on the calendar now.
Put it on the calendar. Get an RSVP invitation or whatever. I guess you just go and sign up. I think you don't need to. I think you just sign up. Hey, are you going? Sure. Like, I think everything's like a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember one time I spoke in front of I think it was town council or something when I was younger. Here's a funny story, completely off topic. So kids were getting tickets for riding skateboards. The ordinance was from the 60s or something, and it was due to the way they defined the activity as recreational instead of hazardous. So you could go to a city park and play football. It's a hazardous activity, no problems. If you get hurt, you're on your own. But recreational activity is still a liability issue. Mostly they just don't like punk kids riding skateboards grinding up on curbs. So there's this old antiquated ordinance where kids could be fined up to $2,500 for a skateboard ticket. Well, I went to, I don't even remember what it was called, town hall, town council, some meeting, some big deal. I rallied up all these kids and their parents went, and I spoke about this thing and how it needed to be adjusted and changed. And come on, no one's paying $2,500 for a skateboard ticket. Those kinds of things. But in my head, I'm thinking I'm showing up to the Supreme Court. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm showing up and there's going to be like these marble pillars and columns and George Washington's going to be there. People are going to be wearing like wigs and stuff. You know, and you get there and it's just a courtroom. It could have been a trailer park. I mean, it's like no big deal. But you build these things up in your head. Like, so this event, long story short, circle back, touch base. You know, with this event, Rick... With this event, I'm like thinking I need some like formal invitation from like Margaret Thatcher or something.
Yep.
And really, all I got to do is like go online and sign up, I'm sure.
RC Air Marshal, where are you going? I'm missing the chat. It was going pretty quick.
Although I want one of those PAs. Is that what they call them? Personal assistants?
Yes.
Yeah, I want one.
Don't you have one?
No. And if I did, it'd be you, and you just asked, and so I know for sure I don't have one now. So stupid. Buys a lot of skateboards. You know what? The cops would drive by. It was always around Ball State campus, you know. Cops would drive by us and put on the brakes, and they're going to come around the neighborhood and give us a hard time. Well, it was campus, so there was always trash cans around. I would totally throw my skateboard in a dumpster or a trash can or something and just walk, act like nonchalant when they come back around, you know. And what are they going to do? You don't have it with you. Because they would take them.
Hey,
they would take your skateboards.
You watch it there, Dennis.
So crazy. We work now. Yeah, Jeff. So funny. Matthew D'Souza going to be competing in that SAE Aero Design Competition in Paradise Field in Lakeland. Anyone been to that field? I got a question for you guys. Another off-topic deal. So, totally off-topic. Pine Wood Boy Scout Derby car. Okay. Now, I'm looking at this generic literature, and they're telling you, you got some weight limits and things like that, but they're giving suggestions because they think they're talking to a mom or dad who doesn't have any clue about anything. I'm not sure really how aerodynamics on that short of a run is going to matter too much. I think it's more about resistance and roll. But this is my theory, and I want to hear what you guys think. But all the literature suggesting, of course, an aerodynamic shape, which makes sense.
Yep.
Free rolling, great, you know, no resistance wheels as you can have. That makes sense. But what doesn't make sense to me is they're saying put all the weight, you know, when you want to be as heavy as possible. So if you have a 5-ounce limit, you're going to put in slugs, screws, lead, whatever, at the back of the car to get your weight. They say put the weight at the back. Now, I feel like that's wrong.